The views expressed are not necessarily those of KSCJ and Powell Broadcasting Company. This program is not intended to replace the advice of doctors or other clinical providers. Consult with your practitioner to ensure the proper course of action for you.
Welcome to When Things Aren't Going Well on AM 1360, FM 94.9 KSCJ. This program is dedicated to your mental health wellness and brought to you by Family Services, a United Way partner agency. Here's your host, Art Silva.
Good morning, Siouxland, and welcome to When Things Aren't Going Well. This show is all about your mental wellness and how you can help yourself navigate the daily highway of life. We hope to educate and motivate you to help improve your mental wellness environment. I'm Art Silva, and our show is brought to you by Boys and Girls Home and Family Services, a United Way partner agency serving the Siouxland community since 1894. We have dedicated 2023 to families and the stress that they are facing daily. We hope to provide you with some information that will help direct you to resources available in the community. My co-host Brenda Geising was on assignment this week, so joining me today are Joanne Keene and Renee Moorhauser, and we are going to discuss Breathe Yoga, the best-kept secret in Siouxland. Welcome, yogis.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good to have you here. And Joanne, let's go through you first and give us some little background in regards to your being the instructor.
Being an instructor, I think is very, very important to me because our dreams and our goal is to helping people get better for your physical and mind. And the goal is to create the kind of community.
Well, give me some of your background.
My background, I was a nail tech before, and through my personal depression, so I took in a meditation, practice meditation that had been practiced for 16 years, and plus that I went and get certified to be a 200 hours for yoga instructor in Sioux City. So now I am instructor.
We are so glad to have you, Joanne. It's been a great couple of years, and I'm glad that you share that information with us because yoga has many good benefits, and we hope by the end of this show that we have people wanting to sign up right after New Year's and make yoga a part of your life. It really works. Renee, let's get a little background on you.
I've been doing yoga for 15 years in the studio. So I started when I was mid 50. So it's something that we can start at any time in our life. I feel it's really important for your mind and your body because we all need, as we age, we need to continue to be flexible and be able to get off the floor, and that helps our longevity. So I think it's really important to for every part of our body.
Well, that's great, and that's coming from an experienced yogi, and she's been doing it for 15 years, and it's part of her life. And you can hear the benefits that she has from it, and I can tell you, I'm looking at, as soon as I get my balance back, I want to come in and do some yogi work and talk about all the good things you're doing there. Hearing nothing but good things coming out of the studio. So this is good. So let's get into the show and talk about some of the things that are happening right here. And Joanne, it's been 2 years, but let's review 2023 in yogi. Now, we're talking about the Breathe Yoga Studio located at the Family Services Building at the Old Indian Hills Plaza, the new home of the Ginny Peterson Behavioral Health Campus. So you're a pioneer, Joanne. You're brand new. You went and did 200 hours to be a certified yoga instructor. So, let's talk about 2023. Is it living up to your expectations?
I think that in personal, I feel very fortunate. Like after I graduated, and Art Silva and Boys and Girls Home, created a beautiful studio, brand new studio, provided with the bolster, blanket, straps, and mats, new mats, and everything is new for everyone. And the good thing is that 2023 this year, the participants, the attendee is come more, and they found out that it's a beautiful studio and they get the benefit from their health. They grab a friend, they bring the family members to join more. So that is the highlight of 2023.
I love it because you focused on people and they're coming in and how they enjoy it. And that's what we're trying to get across. And you've developed quite a little group there. And I see their loyalty. They come into classes. We'll talk about that in a minute. But that's just wonderful because your expectation wasn't on what you were doing, but on how your clients, how they came through this. So that's great news. Renee, you've been 15 years in yogis. What did you see happen at Breathe this past year that impressed you?
Well, the teachers are all able to teach to every age group. So we have 20-year-olds to 70-year-olds, and I think that's really important that we can do that. So it's not about doing headstands and that sort of thing. It's not intimidating. Everyone is at a different level, and the teachers are able to accommodate that. So that's really important.
Well, there's one objection that you should clear out. It's for anybody at any age. So please, as you think about 2024, look at yoga. It could be really, really good for you. And Renee's been doing it for 15 years, so I think it agrees with her. I'm Art Silva, and you're listening to When Things Aren't Going Well. And joining me today is Joanne Keene and Renee Morehauser, and we're talking about Breathe Yoga. Well, let's talk about the studio, Joanne. Let's go over some of the basics. Where located? Where were you located at? We'll tell the audience.
Yes, our studio, the Breathe Yoga Studio, is located at 1551 on Indian Hill. It's a former Indian Hill shopping center. As now, it's just amazing. If you drive it into, there's the whole thing is changed. And we are located on the C building in the back with a beautiful parking lot, the plenty parkings that you feel safe, you feel comfortable, and walk into the studio. Our studio, when you walk in, you feel the vibe, the ambience is so nice. It smells good. The lighting and everything is cleanness. Like the cleanness is very important to us.
Well, we use this studio. It's a dedicated yoga studio. We do not use it for multi-purposes. We don't have other people in there. And you talk about the condition of the studio, and that's due a lot to you and Lisa Corbett, our other yoga instructor, and Jody Stevenson. We have three that keep it up. So it's really, in this day and age, it's a very clean environment. Let's talk about class times.
Our class time, we have an AM class is on Saturday from 9 to 10, but also we have 2 classes, PM classes on Tuesday and Thursday. It starts from 5:30 to 6:30. So accommodate for everyone after class, after school, they can relax and rewind and come to the studio for yoga practice.
And let me ask you this, can I afford this? Is it expensive? What's the cost?
You know what? The good news is it's a free will donation. So just come and practice because your health is more important. So,
well, it's something that we looked at in mental health overall, access to care. And we don't want to let money be an issue here. Free will donation, what you think you can afford. But the important thing is we want you there. Because you'll get better, you'll feel better, and it's like contagious. It just goes on to the next person. So, Renee, let me ask you about the studio. What do you like about the studio?
Well, first of all, it's close to my house, so that's good.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's a really important thing. But a lot of the students are from all over. They're from Hinton and Hornick and the Dunes. They're from all over the city. So, obviously, it's a draw. It's very welcoming. If we have a new student, we always introduce ourselves, which is really important and makes people feel more comfortable. They have wonderful music. The classes are always unique and not the same every time. So that's important to me.
Well, I'm in an office here, so Joanne, tell me about how you create that uniqueness in your classes.
We have 3 instructors, like Joanne, Lisa, and Jody. So each of us created different style to, integrate into meditation and then yoga and practice. So when we do that style, we base it on the theme. So before the class, we have a theme like core strength, basic, spine, yin yoga, winter solstice. Depend on, it's up to the season and the theme of that theme. So we come up with that.
I like what you do with your music in there. I think music is so important. It puts you in a different spot. And I think you're very good about that. And now I know you have new lighting that you're putting in there, and that creates the ambiance that you're looking for. Mm-hmm. So it's really good. Now, Lisa's not here today with us, but Lisa was turned on about breathing. She learned something about breathing. So that's something we're going to continue on into next year. But how important is breathing in yoga?
You know what? Breathing is a good train with your mind calmer, because when your mind calmer, you go within, so it govern you think well, talk well, act well. So that's why we created like a kind community with mindfulness community.
That's wonderful. Hey, we're coming up on our break, so continue your early morning chill. We'll be right back up with more of When Things Aren't Going Well, right here on 1360 AM, 90.9 FM, KSCJ.
Let's face it, that happens to all of us. However, the pandemic has compounded all of our lives and activities. Even the simplest tasks seem harder. Hi, I'm Brenda Geisinger, the Chief Operating Officer at the Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. Family Services is a United Way partner agency serving children and families of our community, and we're here to help. If you'd like to learn more about Family Services, please contact us via email, website, Facebook, or phone Mary Pickens. At Family Services, we change lives.
Welcome back to When Things Aren't Going Well on KSCJ. Here's Art Silva.
Welcome back to When Things Aren't Going Well. I'm Art Silva, along with Joanne Keene and Renee Moorhauser, and we will continue our discussion on yoga in the Breathe Yoga Studio located in the Family Services Building at the new Jane Peterson Behavioral Health Campus. Renee, you said earlier that you have done this for 15 years. What can you say is different, if there is a difference, with what we're doing at Breathe compared to what you've done before?
Well, like I said, we always introduce ourselves, which I've never had that happen in any other studio. So I think that's more welcoming, and people feel more welcome when they are there. It's very beginner friendly, up to more intermediate poses, but the teachers are always accommodating as far as how to modify poses. We have props that are available to you, yoga blocks, blankets. So everything's there. You don't have to have a special yoga mat. You don't have to wear special clothes. You can come however you want to. So there's no judgment in yoga. So if you can't do a pose, that's okay. Nobody judges that. We're all at a different level. Yoga is about a practice. It's not perfection. So we have to.
Really good point there. Practice. What as a I guess I would say a veteran yogi, do you feel that you're held back at all because of beginners or intermediates coming into the class?
No, not at all, because I'm not really interested in doing the advanced poses. I think it's more about your mind and the breathing, and any poses in yoga, you get the benefit. It's not about doing headstands. It's about how you feel. You always feel wonderful after a yoga class. It's just like this yoga high. And so, everyone talks about that.
Well, that is great. I'm learning so much as I listen to these conversations, and geez, I got to get over there. I've said that before, and I will go into the yoga class. This might be the year. But I see attendants come in. Your ladies are loyal, and men. I know you have some men in the class, too.
Yes.
I like your Saturday morning class. Appears to be a little different in terms of makeup compared to your weeknight classes. But as you said before, we're bringing in people from all over. And as Renee said, what she likes about it is that, hey, we introduce each other. We're all in this thing, so nobody's any better, nobody's any worse. There's no judgment. And just come on and do what you can do. And that's very, very acceptable. Well, is meditation part of the class, Joanne?
Yes. So one thing is, I think is make this breath yoga different, because we do meditation. We set up the meditation at the beginning. So with the breathing work, the breath work, so we created, the mind first, calm, and then create a space for the body. So ready for those poses. So that's why we do it different from that. Like always start with the mindfulness first, then to the body.
And Renee, you mentioned meditation. Is that important to you?
Yes, it is. It does help you calm your mind, not only just in a yoga class, but if you're standing in line at the grocery store, you're frustrated and you just start breathing, and then it's okay. Or at work, I used to use it to calm myself at work, because sometimes life gets a little stressful. So it goes across every level of your life.
That's great, because now I know why people say, take a breath, Art, because it kind of calms you down, slows you down. And breathing is so overlooked as a remedy and putting you in your good spot. So I know in 2024, we're going to talk more about breathing because Lisa is all fired up about breathing. So it's really going to be good. And like you said earlier, we have 3 instructors, and each has their own little different style. And that's refreshing. You come in and you might be a little different this way and a little different that way. You will not get bored in the yoga class at the Breathe Studio. It's a beautiful studio. It's just dedicated to yoga. Our class sizes are great. We have the equipment for you. Cleanliness is so important. Joanne, would you talk about that? Because we're using mats. We provide all the equipment. But how do I know if I'm coming in there that this has been taken care of sanitary-wise?
We have been practiced, we call it established about taking care of yourself and taking care of the others. So that's why we, after the practice, we use sanitation wipes. We wipe carefully the whole mat and for the people next time to use. So you don't have to bring anything. It's all provided and clean. Just bring yourself and enjoy.
It's like Renee said, just show up. It doesn't take any special clothing or anything like that. You just have to come with a good attitude and that you want to learn something new and that you're going to come out of it. And boy, I can just hear you saying it's like the runner when they get done running, they get that high. You get that high from yoga. You walk out of there feeling, and it stays with you. Like you said, you're in grocery shopping. You know how to use this practice, not just in the class. It's something you take with you, and it stays with you, and you can do it to any level you want to do it. So we're hoping that in 2024, we can get a lot more people coming into the yoga studio. It's free will donation, so it won't be an issue of cash. I'll tell you, we like to grow it. I hope I have the problem that we're talking about class sizes, and that we have to start limiting the class size. So now's a good time to get in, and if you want to come in and do yoga, I would say this: give it a try for 3 months. Give it a try for 90 days and see if you like it. Let me ask you, how do you, okay, I want to sign up. What do I do?
You know what? Just show up.
Just show up and that's it.
Just show up, yes.
Show up in the class and you're there.
You will be welcomed.
Okay, that's great. Boy, it can't be any easier, I'll tell you. So really, 2024 could be your year. And please include yoga in there. As we get, hey, it's an election year. You got to do yoga just for that. Keep your peace of mind. But it's just, I've seen so many people come out of it. I have not heard a bad thing about yoga. I have not anybody say, the poses are too hard or I can't do this. You folks are so accommodating to your clients, and you talk with such a soft voice. I love that about you guys. You're very calming. Your whole approach is very, very calming, and it comes off that way. So it's just great. Let's see. Renee, let me ask you this. What do you like best about the yoga class?
The teachers are always well prepared. It's a variety of styles, so that's really important. You never know really what's going to happen, but that's always good. You always feel great when you leave. I like, because we have kind of a community that we've developed, and we start knowing each other. Yesterday I went out for lunch and I saw 3 people.
Oh, great.
From our studio, and you're like, oh, hey, how you doing? And so that's nice. We all have become, we know things about our families and that sort of thing. So that's important.
That is great to hear, because after the pandemic, those 2 years, we're trying to reconnect. We've been away from each other, so reconnecting is real important. That I'm talking face-to-face, eye-to-eye. And it's great when you get into a studio like that, and it carries on after the class. I met 3 new people. I waved to them. This is all, we need each other, and this is all how we work together. And yoga is just a great common denominator between all the clients in the class. Well, Joanne, let me ask you, what's in store for 24?
Store for 2024 is we add more into the program, yoga with live music, that we just did last week, and we have a lot of positive input about it. And so give yourself a gift of health, and see you on the mat in 2024.
I love that. And let me just share with everybody, if I may, this past, just before Christmas, Joanne And she is the wife of Kevin Keene. Everybody knows Kevin, what a beautiful voice Kevin has. But Joanne isn't too bad either. And the two of them did music at yoga, and it got a tremendous review. So I want to tell you out there, we are different. So if you're looking for a yoga class that's going to fit your needs, you're going to enjoy it, you don't need to do anything, and it's not going to cost you anything unless what you want to give, sign up for Breathe Yoga. All you have to do is show up. And where's the location again, Joanne?
1551 Indian Hills Drive at the former Indian Hills Shopping Center. And coming in Tuesday and Thursdays, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. And the morning class in Saturday morning from 9 to 10 a.m.
It couldn't be easier. Thank you. I appreciate that and sharing that information with us. Well, we're coming up towards the end of our show, and every week we end our show with a joke. Humor is medicine for the soul. So we have a yoga joke for you today, and this is for all of you. If you're not sure, you can do yoga. If you have ever used the toilet on an airplane, you can do yoga. So I want to share that with you, and I appreciate Joanne and Renee. Thank you for sharing with us today.
Thank you.
You guys are great. Appreciate it. Keep up all that great work, and you might see me in class someday. You know, I want to get there, and I promised them that I would, because I can use this. So, and it's good, and I don't know why I'm not. I just got to get in there. Well, thank you, Joanne and Renee, and thanks to our listening audience. Shout out to all the tail waggers who supported the annual Yellow Dog auction this year, and also to Rick and Lynette Grenko, who purchased this year's Yellow Dog. Way to go. You helped a lot of children. Don't forget to visit the Stuff Thriftique, located at the former Indian Hills Shopping Plaza, the new home of the Ginny Peterson Behavioral Health Campus. Boys and Girls Home and Family Services hiring teachers and therapists. Call our HR manager at 293-4700. When things aren't going well, we'll return next Saturday morning right here on 1360 AM, 90.9 FM, KSCJ. Your homework this week, go out and have a good laugh. Be kind to your mind.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Happy trails to you till we meet again.
For more information on the services provided by Boys and Girls Home and Family Services, see them online at boysandgirlshomeiowa.org. Or you can call 712-293-4700 to get more information about family services, residential treatment, the Opportunity School, the Siouxland Family Center, and more. At Boys and Girls Home and Family Services, we change lives. We change lives. We change lives.